It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and we'll see the Buccaneers rock it on quarterback. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Buccaneers and the Saints, and it's all up next.
And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. It is week 6. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And no run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And led out by their veteran quarterback. He's been around a while. They don't celebrate birthdays for him. They just cut him up, see how many rings he's got around the middle. He has been in the league a long time.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
And incomplete to open things up. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Carr. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
And Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. It's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive.
Leading them out from Texas A&M at quarterback, Kellen Mond.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
Good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
I'm going to give him another shot.
All right. I think the ratio's pretty good. He'll try to eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Check White. Hey,
they'll bring a tight end in motion left.
Ready?
They go right back to White here on first down. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Holding offense.
So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively.
Here we go.
Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They keep it on the ground. White again. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. That's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
The Bucs at 13-1 now on the year. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now because, to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done.
Mond going to throw it.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Intended target on that one, Russell Gage.
And it'll bring up 3rd down.
And you look at the Saints defense.
They come into this one in the bottom half of the NFL against the run, number 19 overall.
And stopping the run That's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground. Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 15. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Coming left is Kamara. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were very strong last week for Carolina.
One of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain path.
There he goes, left side. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers.
You remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills.
Yep.
And, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this?
After review of the play.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now Carr on the bootleg. This is caught. And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Here's Carr. Touchdown, Saints. Juwan Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Blake Grupe now for the extra point. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the gadget play gets them into the end zone. After the touchdown, here's Grupe to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. Well, kind of a quirk in the schedule. These two division rivals didn't see each other much of the year. Their first meeting was just a few weeks ago, back in Week 14. And it was the visiting Bucs who came away victorious, so they'll look to claim the season series with a win here in Tampa. Now Mon. This ball complete to Durham. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Here's 3rd and 3. They go play action here. Mon rolling to his right. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
What's up, man?
So not just running into the punter, but roughing the punter.
And I'm struggling with this one. You know, you're watching it, partner. Is it more the first rather than the latter? This is a tough one. Almost feels like he felt like he had to call it on that play.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10.
10 cycles.
They run straight ahead here with White. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Let's go now. 5-97. Ready?
That's out wide for Palmer.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Still 1st down. Ready, break. Black Swan. Set.
Opting to run again here with White. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it 2nd down and 11.
Here we go. Here we go.
Ron looks to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
White. Set.
Here's Mon. He completes it right side away. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they are able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with... To tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You know it's not an easy job to go and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now Carr. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Completion was given. So that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. That is caught. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
And they'll fake the jet sweep there and instead hand it Kamara.
Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
And he missed it. It's no good, and this will stay a 4-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
So out come the Bucs now.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. 2nd and 5. Mond out of the shotgun.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
On first down, here's Mon. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
10.
2nd and 10, Mon. Throw out right. It's brought in by Otten. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Green Jack. Ready.
3rd down from the gun, it's Mon. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Bucs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. 2 minutes to play in this first half, 7-3 our score. Touchdown! Lawrence Cager, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 10-7. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. There's Chris Olave. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First down now, but the clock continues to move. On play action, now Carr. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
To throw, it's Carr. And his throw here is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Carr. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at their own 37.
Off the play fake, Mond.
And he fires one incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready?
From the gun, here's Mond.
And he slings one that's incomplete.
And they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half.
And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Shotgun now for Carr.
He'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st down, Carr. Catch here, left side, Thomas. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
2nd down and 3.
Play action. Now it's Carr.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
He was waving his arms hard to football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days in Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped it off the pass and you blew coverage up, what did you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down. Here's Carr to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. And Thomas has it. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Holding. Offense.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the gun, it's Carr.
Olave over the middle.
That was signal and a timeout call. As it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Carr now to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
So they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
The final shot here before half for Carr. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we've hit halftime.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin.
The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin this third quarter. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Ready. 6. Mega. Cut.
Mond looks to throw.
But it's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Set.
They go play action here. Mond.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
Bryan Bresee able to record his 5th sack of the season. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, and talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Here we go.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said. That they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
2 things you can do in that situation: run it and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't...
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner.
And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Mond now off of play action.
He's got it. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown.
Cade Otton
From 13 yards out.
And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, You're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
What's up? What's up?
On the counter, here's Kamara. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 3. Here's Carr. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Carr. And that is incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 25-yard line.
Mon going to throw it. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Ready.
Now Mon. That's into a crowd and intercepted.
And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
Carr will try it again on 2nd down. Thomas has got it, complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a game.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr.
And that one to the right side and incomplete.
The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
So after the field goal, back out his groupie to send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Set, ready. Spike, 60. Hey, go furious. Red, yellow. Set, go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films. They came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Here is 3rd and 5.
Ready?
Mond out of the shotgun. That is caught. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Mond. He's got his man. It's Ryan. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. The Gage going to go in motion right. Off the play fake. Mond. He's going to have to hook up the Gage. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And the Buccaneers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd. Back now in Tampa. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th.
Hey, check mega. Ready.
A 2nd down throw now for Mond. He'll buy some time right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field and brings up 3rd down. So can this New Orleans defense stand tall again? 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Hut, hut.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Climb the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Russell Gage from 3 yards out. And the Buccaneers extend their 4th quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. To throw, it's Carr. Little short pass here to Hill. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Now.
A 10th carry for Kamara.
And he's across the 45. It'll be second down.
On the handoff. He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Now.
From the 46, here's second down and 7.
Carr. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
Remember throughout my career, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
Now Carr. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who's going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
Now Carr, got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. They'll go up the middle with White. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 52 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Ready?
They stay on the ground with White. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Rashad White with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Buccaneers have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
Now.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr.
And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it. And it'll be 2nd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Throwing now is Carr. Little short pass here to Hill. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Carr throwing on second down. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 39. Now Carr again. Throw left side complete. That's Perry. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. Here's Carr to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Carr. And his throw is incomplete. I think this is what this game's become now. You just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Carr going to throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. They'll start the drive with a give to White. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And they take a knee.
Ready.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
This was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.